welcome to Mitv Primetime News. My name is Teresa Adeyemi. The Executive Chairman, Federal Inland Revenue Service, Zach Adedeji, has reiterated President Bola Tinubu's pledge to make education accessible to all in Nigeria. Adedeji stated this on Monday while speaking to State House correspondent after a closed-door meeting with President Tinubu in company of the Executive Secretary of Student Loan Board, Akintunde Sawyer, at the Presidential Villa in Abuja on Monday. It said with the school loan scheme, education tax collected by the federal government would be judiciously utilized. Executive Secretary Student Loan Board, Akintunde Sawyer, said the scheme seeks to help people access education and remain until they qualify or graduate. Sawyer noted that the school loan scheme will also bridge the gap that is created by lack of finance or lack of funding for Nigerians that desire to study.
Of finance. This act, this law seeks to bridge the gap between desire to study and capacity to go further. It seeks to bridge that gap if the gap is one that is created by lack of finance, lack of funding. This intervention will affect the lives of many Nigerian youth, because that's usually the bracket that want to further their education. It will impact the lives of many Nigerian families because
promise that we will make education accessible to all. And while I have to put my own, is because of the source of funding. And this is one of the P's. By God's grace, we'll be applying education tax that we collect. So this is a way of being accountable to the taxpayer, because the essence of education tax is to consolidate and restore education integrity and quality in Nigeria. And in fulfilling that part of the heart, so that is why Education Tax Fund is one of the sources of funding, by God's grace, that we use actually to propel and execute this laudable program. Thank you very much.
Meanwhile, Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, will on Thursday declare open a two-day strategic management meeting of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS. A statement by the Special Advisor Media to the FIRS Chairman, Dari Adekombi, said the Finance Minister will deliver a goodwill message and join Dr. Adedeji unveil the new direction to directors and other key members of the FIRS management team. The retreat scheduled to hold in Abuja will focus on the team reimagining tax administration for equity and economic growth. Upon assuming office, Chairman of the FIRS, Dr. Zach Adedeji, championed a radical transformation in the values of the agency, aiming to make it more FIRS taxpayer-centric and a well-suited revenue-collecting agency. The visionary approach led to a significant overhaul of the agency's organizational and management structures, coupled with a re-engineering of the tax processes to support taxpayers to fulfilling their civil obligations. Nigerian Immigration Service (NIS) has commenced the much-awaited automation of the process for passport application and issuance that would allow applicants to apply and complete their processes online without human contact. The Comptroller General, Nigerian Immigration Service, Wuraola Adepoju, while on the tour of some centers in Lagos on Monday, stated that the application platform would serve both international and Nigerian applicants. She pointed out that the initiative does not only represent a leap toward efficiency, but substantial enhancement to the country's security and total elimination of manual document submission and physical visit to immigration offices.
When the passport application process is fully automated, applicants will need to come to the passport office only once, or adults only once in their lifetime. Once you come and we take your biometrics, subsequent application for renewal, you will not need to come again, because we have a strong and robust database of your biometrics. Your biometrics don't change. They don't change. So it will save you time and cost. If you come to the only people who will be coming to the passport offices, they are the fresh applicants, first-time applicants who come so that we can have their biometrics. After that, you won't have to come. That will make things easier both for the system and for our applicants. And by the time the full automation is put in place, our people, especially in the diaspora, they will really benefit from this.
The Nigerian Navy ship NNSB craft has handed over 64 bags of seized cannabis weighing about 2,500 kilograms with a market value of about 128 million naira to the Nigerian Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA. While speaking at the handover ceremony, the ship's commander, Kolawole Oguntuga, who disclosed on Monday, said the substance was intercepted at Ibejuleki area of Lagos State in a large wooden boat off Lagos Anchorage. Ogutuga mentioned that the successful interception underscores commitment of the Nigerian Navy in furtherance of the strategic directives of Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala, Chief of the Naval Staff, towards maintaining a secure and drug-free nation to enhance national development and economic prosperity.
The Nigerian Navy, in collaboration with the appropriate agency, will not leave any stone unturned. We are going to go after these illegal personnel perpetrating these illegalities. We are going to go after them. We are going to bring them to book, and we are going to rid the nation maritime environment from all these illegalities, because we understand the nexus between drug abuse, criminality, and violence. And we are going to make sure this is brought to an abrupt end in order to make Nigeria a better country.
We have a very robust synergy between the two agencies in line with the implementation and operationalization of the harmonized standard operating procedure on arrest, detention, and prosecution of vessels and persons in Nigerian maritime environment, which was signed since 2016, and the renewed version is presently ongoing.
The Nigerian police force has arrested and paraded 16 suspects in connection with kidnapping and robbery, homicide, gun running, and banditry across the country. The suspect comprised 3 members of kidnapping syndicate who were terrorizing Buhari, and a suspect among 4-man gang who was nabbed in connection with kidnapping a man and caught in Kaduna. The first public relation officer, FPRO ACP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, while parading the suspects in Abuja, said the suspects were arrested by the operatives of the Intelligence Response Team, IRT. ACP Adejobi said that the arrest of the suspect followed an order by the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, to employ tactical strategies to bring to book the perpetrators of the attacks. One of the suspects terrorizing Buhari actors, Idris Ishako, while confessing to his crime, said he is an informant, and so far he has done 2 operations this year which they gave him 600,000 naira, and the one he was given 500,000 naira. Another suspect named Chinaza Philip, who is a notorious Abuja kidnapper, was arrested in Kaduna State while transporting their victim, Shegun Akinyemi, from Abuja to Kano.
The first one of Kuchiko Buhari now collect 600,000. Then the second one now collect 500,000. They from the Buhari Arab. Then the last one is the man we dey for Gram, we Nepabi. Una don't carry, una never collect the money.
Okay, una never collect the money.
Yes.
That with the launch of Operation, the Special Interventions Court for the Federal Capital Territory, we want to reassure the residents of the Federal Capital Territory, particularly the suburbs, that we are there to flush this criminal element out of this territory. FCT is having a sigh of relief. In the last 4-5 days, the battle has been very hot, and it is paying off. We want to assure you that the IGP is taking all necessary steps to make sure will sustain the operations of our men of the Special Intervention Squad.
The first one of Kuchikombari
To make farmers more productive amidst economic challenges, over 40,000 households in Taraba State have benefited from the European Union agri support and funding under the Food Security and Resilience in Taraba, Northern Nigeria PROSAL project. Country Director Oxfam Nigeria Tijani Ahmed disclosed this at the PROSAL project closeout review meeting held in Abuja on Monday. Ahmed stated that Oxfam and other partners embarked on the journey with a commitment to reduce poverty, enhance food and nutrition security, address gender inequality, and build resilience against the numerous challenges faced by our rural brothers and sisters. He stressed that the project has been a beacon of change, resilience, and empowerment in the rural communities of Taraba State. Some of the partners stated that the aim of the project is to make impactful difference in people, especially those that have been abandoned and marginalized, which to say have been achieved.
Oxfam and our partners embark on this journey with a commitment to 1. Reduce poverty, 2. Enhance food and nutrition security, 3. Address gender inequality, and 4. Build resilience against the numerous challenges faced by our rural brothers and sisters. Through our ambitions, the project has been a beacon of change, resilience, and empowerment in the rural communities of Taraba State. This is because our dedicated efforts, led by our staff and partners, have resulted in impressive outcomes. 1. A notable...
The PROSAL project has truly been a beacon of positive change, contributing significantly to the lives of over 40,000 households whose livelihoods rely on agriculture and natural resource-based activities. Through strategic interventions encompassing best practice, knowledge transfer, household and productive assets transfers, financial inclusion services, market linkages, and social safety programs, we have witnessed a transformative impact on the ground.
Yes, 40,000 households is not